Hey everybody, Lisa here with another Vera Bradley bag of the day. Today I thought I'd do a haul video in addition to my previous video about the online outlet sale things, but I broke them up into two videos because I know not everybody's interested in the same stuff, and I didn't want a video that was several hours long. So I already tend to ramble on a bit. This haul occurred. I don't usually have many hauls. I'm not usually buying like that, in bulk. It only seems that way. But I followed one of the Vera rules, which I'm sure a lot of people know, which is that states when you go to an outlet store to make a return, you will spend all your return money while you're still in the store. And that's exactly what happened. So I thought people would just, get a kick out of seeing this stuff real quick. I'll try to be quick. First thing I got was something I don't usually get or even look at. I mean, I don't even... Not just in Vera stores, in any store. Whoever looks at umbrellas, I never look at an umbrella. I think the last time I bought an umbrella was when I was, caught in the rain in New York City, and I bought an umbrella for $5 off a guy on a corner. So, a long time ago. That's how New Yorkers get their umbrellas. But I saw this on the, it's kind of like an impulse buy. They have this stuff in the bins at the factory outlet stores on the way to the checkout, on the way to the register. And this caught my eye. It was the only one there in this pattern, although they did seem to have others that looked, I didn't really look at them, but at a quick glance, they looked like the regular Penelope's garden or some kind of version of the regular Penelope's garden with the bigger flowers. And the more full, complete pattern. This is almost like a ditzy interpretation of Penelope's garden, and it's called Penelope the Hedgehog. It was the only one in the bin. I'm not gonna, well, here's the sleeve. So you can sort of see it's just sort of covered with the hedgehogs. Both of the hedgehogs, the one that's sort of more in profile and the one facing forward. That's the one I really like, the one that faces forward. She's my favorite. I don't know why I think she's a she. No, she could be a he, but she does have a sweetness about her. I'm not going to open this up inside because things can always get worse, and I don't need any more bad luck. But I did take some pictures, and if I haven't really looked at them, but if they came out okay, of it open, I went out on my deck and I opened it and took some pictures. If some of them came out okay, I'll put them up on Instagram. It's very cute. I haven't bought an umbrella, like I said, in forever, it feels like, and so I thought I'd just treat myself. And this was super cheap. I mean, $13, but when I opened it, it felt good. It felt sturdy, and it's a automatic open and close with a button. Not a huge umbrella, but not tiny. I mean, I've seen and had tinier, cheaper ones. So it's a decent size. Maybe not for me and my husband together. He's a rather tall, big person. But for me, for sure, it was fine. And I also, small enough that you could stick it in a bag easily, which I like, and which is probably what I'll do. And so, I have another video on a previous Penelope's Garden haul, so I can put a link to that. But I still, once I saw it, once I get in there and I see the critters, I see the hedgehogs, it's hard not to sort of look for them. And so I'm walking by the Travel Cosmetics, what's this called? Yeah, the Travel Cosmetic. And I've featured this in a number of videos. If people have seen any of my videos from when I'm at my dad's or other travel videos, this is my favorite sort of cosmetic toiletry travel case. Styled like a train case where the top unzips on 3 sides and flips up. And then you can just easily see everything that's in there. And I just works out perfect for me. I love it. And I've always loved those kind of train cases, even though I've never been a person to carry one of those. They seem very glamorous, especially the Louis Vuitton ones. Inside, it's got a zipper pocket here And it's got these mesh slip pockets on the sides and the back wall, and they're sort of edged with this elastic, so they're stretchy. Buying this kind of made me chuckle because I realized this is like the only Vera item I have where this has happened, where I have one in Stamp Paisley, the one I've been showing in my videos. Guys, please don't go crazy, okay? Stop biting on her, Rosie. She's not a chew toy. That's a chew toy. Oh, good God. If you just saw my previous online outlet sale video, you know all about the ear looking, and I don't know if you can see this. This is what Peaches is trying to do. She's trying to get Rosie to lick her ears. Anyway, so I would walk by the train cases and I would say to myself, well, I already have one in Stamp Paisley. I don't need another one. Who said that? When have I ever said that? I mean, if that's the way I operated with Vera, I would be in a lot better shape than I am right now. My closet would be in a lot better shape right now. See, this is the only item where I have ever said that. I mean, it's like, what am I, insane? I mean, it has never stopped me before that I already had one of something. Anyway, so I'm walking by the train cases and I say, okay, if there's a good hedgehog on the top or maybe the front or whatever, and this one's got one on the top there and on the front. So I said, okay, well, I'll get it. Now I can have two. And this is a great pattern too because the light minty green inside is very light, so when you open it up, it just makes you feel like everything's more visible. So I got that. Here, Peaches. Oh, Rosie. Good girl. Good girl. Then I moved along to what I really was hoping to find in the outlet store. Scattered Wildflowers, right? Relatively new pattern. Scattered Wildflowers. And this is a bag I've featured in a bunch of videos because I really do like it. The Go Ahead convertible crossbody. I could try to put a link or two. Sometimes it's hard for me to know which is the most helpful video. I do have a playlist. I have tons of playlists. People, might find them helpful. I do have a crossbody playlist, and the videos are definitely in there. And I do have a factory styles playlist, and the videos are in there. But I think this pattern is very sweet. It's very traditional to me. And I thought, sort of a little conservative, but I think it's a good option for when you maybe don't want to make such a statement with a pattern. You want something a little less loud. This is a great pattern. And it's got a beautiful palette there. I really like the colors. It's a navy. It's a true navy blue background. It's coming out accurately. And I just love the color mix here, especially the light blue with this very vibrant, almost fluorescent kind of a deep pink there. Really like that combination. It's a very nice combination. It's sort of, I think why it's nice is because you've got these colors that are sort of, I've talked about the color wheel before, they're sort of analogous, meaning they're next to each other on the color wheel. Like you get blue and you get green and you get yellow, and that's sort of an arc on the color wheel. And then you've got this pop of red, which is sort of, red is opposite green in the color wheel. And so that red really pops nice for that reason, is that relationship of like an arc over here on the color wheel and then a pop of a color that falls across from it on the color wheel. If you look at a color wheel, that's a color relationship that works, and you use a color scheme like that. And so this bag, I can put this, I think I did write dimensions down here. The opening is 13, the height is 10. The base, I just measured, the base is kind of small, not removable. There is something in there giving it a little structure, but it's not removable. And I haven't washed any of these in the washing machine because I bought all of mine new. The base is 8 by 5. So it comes with 2 straps. Also, the fact that base is kind of small, but the opening is wide, is what, and that in combination with the strap gives it a nice slouch. And that's what I like about this bag. Plus, this particular strap is a nice strap drop for me. It's a perfect strap drop for me. So it is removable, and there are 2 straps. I'll get to the other one. But there's this O-ring, and it does open. On the first versions of this bag, when it first came out, this ring was solid and didn't open. And people were, I think they became aware that people were talking about cutting this strap off if they didn't like this strap, and just using a crossbody strap that comes with it. This was, for me, the strap that I was buying the bag for, so it was a non-issue for me. But it's nice now that that ring opens. So then you get this strap, and so the shoulder strap is about 20 inches. And that gives you a drop. When it doesn't sag, that gives you a drop of about 8. But the bag will sag, and you'll get more, length here. There's more space there in the drop. And then it has the crossbody strap, which goes from about 26 to about 50. So we'll put it on with that real quick. But again, just really like this pattern, and was so glad to see it in this style, because the last time I had been to the store, which was a while ago, they'd only had this in a few things, and they hadn't gotten it in this style yet. So I was excited to see it. It's got the zipper on the side and the east-west pockets, slip pockets. Then inside, it's your basic, 2 slip pockets on one side and a zipper pocket on the other. Very blousey, kind of nylon, chintzy feeling lining. That's not fully tacked down in the bottom, oddly. That seems to be par for the course with this particular style. That reminds me. So Angie, because you had asked, were they still making it? They're still making the On The Go, because this is the most, like one of the most recent pattern releases. And they had it in, what is that new one, Enchanted Garden or something? Is that purple one? And I don't like that pattern. I don't like the colors in that. That background purple is a weird purple. It's got like some white mixed in it. I don't like that. I think it's a little dated looking, but so I didn't get anything in that. I did take some photos though, so I'll put them on Instagram of that and its Lighten Up version, because there was a Lighten Up version of that. Anyway, so let me put a couple things in here, and then people can just see. And you would think that pattern placement wouldn't matter, but if you're crazy like me, you can always make pattern placement matter. And so they only had about 2 of these in this pattern out, I think. I mean, maybe they have more in the back if you ask. But they only had 2 out on the floor still. And yeah, they were, they looked different. They looked different enough that it made a difference to me. And I chose this one because of the red. It had the grouping of red right in the front there above the label, which was more appealing to me than, getting a section that maybe just had like this area where there's no real red popping out at you. So, but I guess, you could argue it doesn't really, if you're not insane, pattern placement shouldn't matter with this bag. So it's very pretty. It's not a pattern that screams out at you, which is nice. Does that help with the light? Not really. It's a little gray here today. I feel like it's been gray for a while. So this is a perfect strap drop for me under the arm, and the curve of my waist fits perfectly. I'm 5'4", about 130. Really love the strap drop. I have a few of these bags now because of this strap drop. It's comfortable. I definitely could see wearing this with red. This would probably look great with red. I do have a red shirt very similar to this red color. I mean, yellow this would look great with yellow or light blue. I mean, really versatile. So I got that. Oh, let me put the crossbody on real quick for people. So this is at its longest. Let's see where it hits on me. Yeah, that's a little long. Even for me, because I do tend to like my crossbody straps to be extended out quite a bit. I like a crossbody bag to hit kind of low, so it's covering my hips a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. I'll just stand back a little bit. So it's got a nice width this way. That's what I always like. I'm always doing that in my video. It's like jazz hands. Oh, you want to go back up now, Pumpkin? Really? Okay. Oh my goodness. Don't drop the puppy. Oh, did she take your toy and is she lying on the other one? Where's the other one? Yeah, she's lying on it. Here. Okay. Now everybody has a toy. Sorry about that. So, you know, comfortable, straps comfortable. I mean, it looks nice. Very nice. It's a crossbody. And you can get a good, it's bigger than, you know, like a hipster maybe. You get more in there. Packs up easier because of the width this way. But without being gigantic. So that's that. And I was so excited to see it in the Kiss coin purse. I think that's what this is called. What's this called? Officially. Kiss coin purse, so I was right. Just your basic minty kind of blue interior nylon, all the nylon. I did notice with that there's that lightweight, puffy kind of large diamond quilting now they have in a few items. Sort of feels like a factory version of the performance twill, and that some of the, not the one with the pattern on the exterior, but the solid colors have a cotton like pattern interior that was very pretty. It's very tempted to get that, but I didn't. So I had to try to rein it in, although it doesn't really look like I did. But anyway, so I think this works nicely as a Kiss coin purse, sort of retro. It's a vintage kind of an item with that kind of closure. And so this kind of traditional, dainty pattern works well with it. Really looks vintage, like something your grandma had or something. So you got that. And then I did want another one of these. I use these for various things, but a lot of the times for gloves, like latex gloves now when I'm carrying a smaller bag and I want to put them in something smaller than the Midtown Cosmetic. And so this is a pattern, Toucan Party, people probably know. Came out a while ago, and I didn't get that into it in the cotton version. I mean, it's not that, I mean, I usually do like the novelty patterns. I think they're fun and they're kind of kitschy and campy. But I wasn't so crazy about it in the cotton. I wasn't crazy about the toucan in the cotton. Something about it with the straw and the pineapple leaves sort of blocking part of his body. Or her body. Could be her body. Could be her. But here, it's different. This is a Lighten Up fabric. And so you can see more of that bird. You see more of the red in the body. And it just makes it look much richer to me. Sort of more luscious. And also this fabrication, maybe it just takes the dye different or whatever, but it just has a more vibrant, kind of inky color. The cotton just feels a little subdued, the color in it to me. And I realize also, like I have a hard time resisting critters. I have a hard time resisting anything with gradated color. And this pattern makes use of gradated color. You can see it in the pineapple skin, and you can see it in the umbrella even, the drink umbrella, and you can see it in the crab legs. There's that gradation of color. I mean, I don't know why I didn't realize that sooner with this kind of thing, because I'm a knitter and whenever I see gradated yarn, I'm all over it. So it's not a surprise. So I got this, what is this again, right? The Lighten Up Compact Organizer. I've shown this in other videos. It has a front compartment that unzips on 3 sides and lays flat, which is nice. And it's got a zipper mesh pocket here. And these are just mesh slip pockets here, again with sort of edged with the elastic kind of fabric. Just rubber, pull ties. Uh-oh, getting caught. And this is just a basic black hole pocket. But I do think it's kind of handy for lots of different things, charger cords and other things. So, got that. And then I just sort of went over into like Charmont Meadow mode for some reason. I think it's about the bees. You know, this is a very stylized kind of interpretation of bees and flowers. Almost looks a little retro because of that, or maybe it's the color with that pretty deep gray background. It's a very elegant color. It's a nice palette. It's sort of a muted palette, and I don't mean that in a bad way. So I don't think I would have gone for such a wild looking pattern, which I'll show in a larger item in a minute, if it didn't have the bees. And the last time I was in the store, I looked at this in this turn lock wallet, wanting bees, and they didn't have good bee placement. So this one, you know, I feel like I lucked out because there's one on the front, and then on the back. And it's a different one, so that's nice to get both of them. For people who, you know, just aren't sure what the turn lock is, it has two sections. I have videos on this too, with two ID window pockets here, and someplace where you can put bills behind it, and you can put bills back here too. And then there are these card slots, you know, 6 total there. And then you have this zipper section, gusseted zipper section, again with more card slots and just dividing, you know, space there, divider there. I can slip my phone in there, fits in there, which is nice. That's something I like about this item. I can show that real quick. I can find my phone. Oh, it's still in here. And this is the iPhone 11. It does fit in there. You know, there's some room around it even. I mean, if you had a taller phone, it would probably accommodate that. And it zips up with the phone in there, so that's good. So sometimes if I just want to take this and not a bag, I can still get my phone in there. And then I had trouble passing, you know, once I'm on like a critter hunt, it's hard to walk away, and so I was already, you know, looking at the go-ahead with this, and I saw this in the pile. I thought, let me just see about the bees. And I find bees, you know, so there's one there and one there. This whole thing overall had good bees. And so it's just hard to walk away. But I have to say, this is not a pattern I really envision carrying on a big bag, because it is kind of loud, even though the palette is soft. I do think these sort of fan-like flower shapes are interesting. Unusual to have that shape like a fan, really. I see it good there. Something I do like about this pattern is the use of the dots in the flowers. And they're very delicate. And so just throw a couple of things in here to put this one on to show the pattern on the side. Is what really, there are bees on every side, and that's great. Front has 2, I think at least. The back has 2 at least. But each side has 1. And that's kind of, you know, important to me. Let's get a notebook in here. Why do I feel like there's some sort of puppy madness going on back here? Oh. Excuse me. So when I put it on, and I tend to carry a bag on this shoulder. So this is the front of the bag technically with a zipper pocket. This would be the front end facing this way. And I noticed, you know, that bee right there. Plus, it was nice with this flower here and this flower up there. And this is a flower that I wanted to show. It really makes nice use of that dot. Let's see if I can get a little bit facing the light better, yeah. The dot work in there. Very delicate. And then these minty leaf kind of sections have almost like scales, almost like mermaid scales in there, fish scales in there. So I thought that was interesting. Again, there's that flower, same flower I really like. And a fan flower. So, you know, if I could see wearing this with like a mustard colored top, probably would really look nice. Or pink, gray of course, and black of course, but gives you some options with what you are wearing. I think it's cute pattern. Not a little bold for me, but I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, it looks good from a distance. You can see it from a distance. It's like Grand Central Station in here, but for dogs. And I did get that Cosmetic Trio because these are handy. I can always find uses for them, stick stuff in them, use them for storage, use them for organizing. And I'm feeling like I wanted some more pouches for when I take a bag and I need like glove or mask pouches. And I feel like I left out, I can't take them apart totally because I haven't cut them apart yet, but each one has a bee, at least one bee. So it was a nice, that little flower there too, the bee. A nice look at the pattern. That's a nice flower too. I like gray and yellow together. I always have. And the bee there. Let's see if I can get that one a little less from the side. Oh, another bee here. A nice, fun pattern. Again with the bee. Oh, and another bee. So, I mean, you know, it's so funny because there's so many in this set, and then you can find another set with no bees. You know, you're lucky to get a bee. So that's what I say about all critter patterns. I said that a number of times. It's such a crapshoot that it can be frustrating. Anyway, so that was my haul. All my return money gone. What's the point? I as well have just kept what I returned. Save myself the trouble. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully see you next time on Vera Bradley Bag of the Day.